Hello, I am Alyssa, and today I'm showing you my July and August 2018 Geeky Pickups. And I have quite a bit because this is 2 months worth, so don't judge me on the amount because again, 2 months worth, but I do have a problem with buying books, I will admit that. You'll see what I'm talking about later in the video. But first off, let's start off with the collectible slash just random geeky stuff I purchased for myself. First up is this Geralt Funko Pop from The Witcher. I freaking love the Witcher video game series. I need to read the books. But Geralt is so badass. He looks so good. I just love this little Funko Pop of him. I need to get the rest of the characters because they're also equally badass looking. But I just love having the White Wolf here. And I also picked up this amazing Outlander pillow from Slashes and Stitches. I will link her shop down below. This is so well made. It's beautiful. It has Jamie Fraser, Claire. It's got quotes on it. It says something like it's Scott. Then there's, "Ye are blood of my blood and bone of my bone. I give ye my body that we two might be one. I give ye my spirit till our life shall be done." And it's beautiful and I love it and it's really plump and comfy and I just love it so much. And she makes really cool stuff. Like she makes dolls, pillows. Definitely check out her shop. Next up, I'll talk about the video games I got. First up, I picked up Octopath Traveler, which, when am I going to get to this? I don't know, but I really wanted to play it. I've heard it's between an 80 to 100 hour game. I needed some more games for Switch, and I've heard this is fantastic, so really excited to play this when I get a chance to. I also picked up The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds. I'd actually had this before, but it became lost somehow. So I really wanted to pick this back up because I never got to finish playing it. I've heard it's amazing and I can't wait to delve back into the world. And then GameStop was having a deal, so I got both of these games for super duper cheap. First up is The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Game of the Year Edition on Xbox One. I have the regular edition on PS4 without the expansions and I really wanted to play the expansions. So when I saw how cheap it was on GameStop, I wanted to get it for the other console. And I wanted to play the expansions. I really want to play this game again because it's been a couple of years now. Again, this is another really long game, but I love it so much. And finally, I picked up Grand Theft Auto 5 on Xbox One. I played this originally on Xbox 360, but really wanted to play it again and to have it on current gen consoles in case people want to play online with me. So I have it finally. Next up are the movies I purchased and one lone TV show. And that lone TV show is 13. This show is excellent. I love it. It's only 5 episodes long. It's a standalone series. And it's just so good. So well done. Best Buy was having a deal on the Mission Impossible 5 movie collection. And I've only seen the first 2. So I really wanted to watch the other 3 in the series so I could get caught before Fallout, but I still haven't seen Fallout. I haven't watched the rest of the Mission Impossible movies because they're really long, but I'll eventually get around to them. But it was a really good deal for all 5 movies. It was about $4 a movie, so really excited to have this. Of course, I picked up one of my favorite movies of the year so far, Avengers: Infinity War, with this beautiful shiny slipcover case. I love Infinity War. Most people do. Also on Prime Day, they had this for 20 bucks. It normally goes for 80, but that's the Harry Potter 8 movie collection on Blu-ray. I love the Harry Potter movies, and I really wanted to re-watch them again because it's been a while. So to see them for such a great price, I had to snap it up. Also on Prime Day, they had a deal on the Jurassic Park collection, which is the first 4 movies in the Jurassic Park franchise. Again, I love the Jurassic Park franchise. Didn't own any of them on Blu-ray. So I'm finally glad to have this collection. And the last 2 items came from the Walmart bargain bin because I'm a sucker for the Walmart bargain bin. The first step is An Adventure in Space and Time. This is a look at Doctor Who. I believe this is a documentary, I'm not really sure. I just know Mark Gatiss had a hand in this, but anything Doctor Who I'm going to pick up. And I also got Doctor Who Dark Water / Death in Heaven, which is the finale of season 8 of the show. Don't know why this is on Blu-ray, but you know, I got it because it was in the bargain bin and Doctor Who, so yeah. Now the last section of this pickups video is of course the books, and I went a little crazy because book outlet, bargain sections, and the thrift shop had so many books for dirt cheap prices that I couldn't say no. So judge me all you want, but I have a lot of books. I need to stop buying books, but I can't help it because they're so cheap. I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to read it one day, and then I buy it, and I'm like, oh god, why do I have this problem? A book that was not part of the bargain bonanza is Room to Dream. This is David Lynch's memoir, and it's written by David Lynch and Christine McKenna. I love David Lynch. I love his films. I love him as a person. He's very interesting to me, and I read an excerpt of this in a film magazine and thought it was just really unique, and I loved his writing style, so of course I want to read about this, read about his experiences working with film, read about his life experiences. If that's covered in here, I'm not really sure, but I just feel like every David Lynch fan probably should read this. I'll let you know when I actually read it, but I'm excited to because I love me some David Lynch. I also picked up the Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society because I just watched the movie on Netflix and fell head over heels in love with it and wanted to have the novel to compare the two. And I've heard the novel is really great as well, so I had to get this. And the last non-bargain book is The Complete Persepolis. Persepolis is a graphic novel, and there is a movie adaptation, but I wanted to read this before I watched the movie adaptation. But the author of this book, Marjane Satrapi, directed the movie as well, so I'm really excited to delve into this. It shouldn't take too long to read since it's in graphic novel format, and I've heard it's one of the best out there. Now all the rest of the books are bargain books, and I'll let you know if they come from Book Outlet or whatever. All the books I'm about to show you are from bookoutlet.com. I'm not associated with them. I wish I was, but they have amazing deals on so many books, and I go hog wild on there, and I shouldn't. It's a problem, but yeah, it's the thing. First up is Anansi Boys by Neil Gaiman. I love American Gods, and this is a spin-off about Anansi. Really excited to read this. I loved American Gods. I love Neil Gaiman as a writer. So yeah, I'm really excited to have this in my collection. Next up is Rebel Rising by Beth Revis. This is part of the Star Wars novelization canon. And this follows Jyn Erso. That's all I know. I also picked up Lost Stars by Claudia Gray, which is set between, I believe, episodes 3 and 4. I could be mistaken. Please don't kill me if I am. I haven't read the novel. But I'm really excited to read this because I've heard it's one of the best novels in the current canon. So yeah, I'm really excited to delve into this. I also picked up Dr. Sleep by Stephen King because I adored the Shining novel, and I really wanted to continue on with King's Torrance family saga. So picked up Dr. Sleep so I can read it in preparation for the movie coming out soon-ish. I also picked up Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter because I've heard she is a great writer, a great mystery writer, and she's really super popular, so I wanted to read something by her. And I also picked up Seven Eves by Neil Stephenson because I've heard amazing things about Neil Stephenson. I love science fiction. He is one of the most popular science fiction writers out there to date, and I've heard amazing things about this novel and about the message it spreads. So when I saw it on there, I had to snap it up. I also picked up Doctor Who, 12 Doctors, 12 Stories. These are 12 short stories about, I believe, all the different doctors by all these authors on the front. There are some really good authors that I like Neil Gaiman, Rochelle Mead. I've heard of Patrick Ness and Holly Black, Charlie Higson, so I'm really excited to read these, see what these authors' spins on the doctors are, and just to delve more into the Doctor Who universe. I also got A Brief History of Time Lords, a Doctor Who novel, which is obviously a brief history on the Time Lords, but it's got illustrations, it's got, you know, text, it just explains where the Time Lords come from, it goes through all the different aspects of it, and it's just a gorgeous book. I picked up Fingersmith by Sarah Waters. I've heard Sarah Waters is a fantastic author. I know the movie The Handmaiden, which I adored when it came out, was based off this novel, and there's also a film adaptation that stars Michelle Dockery, so I really wanted to read Fingersmith. This is one of her most well-known novels, I believe. I also picked up We Are the Ants by Sean David Hutchinson because I've seen a lot of people on the BookTube portion of YouTube just gush about this. It's a science fiction, coming-of-age novel, and that's basically all I know. I also picked up On the Island by Tracy Garvis Graves. I know it looks super summary, but this is about a teacher and a student getting lost on a deserted island, and that just sounds really intriguing to me. I also picked up The Humans by Matt Haig. I've heard pretty good things about Matt Haig's work, and good things about this novel as well. I also picked up Red Sparrow by Jason Matthews. I know the movie didn't get great reviews, but I wanted to read the book and see if it's better than the movie. I have not seen the movie myself. Maybe I'll watch it after reading the book if I like the book, but it was dirt cheap, so I snapped it up. And I picked up another Sarah Waters novel, The Little Stranger, because this is going to be a film soon starring Donald Gleason. And of course, I love me some Donald Gleason. I watch everything he's in. So I wanted to be prepared ahead of time and read this before the film comes out. We're on the home stretch, guys, I promise. The last few books all came from the thrift store, which means they were super dirt cheap. First up is Middlesex by Jeffrey Eugenides. I've heard great things about Jeffrey Eugenides as an author. I've heard great things about Middlesex. And I really wanted to read it. And I do want to read The Virgin Suicides by him as well. I don't know anything about this story, but I saw it at the thrift store and I was like, yes, give it to me. I also found The Secret History by Donna Tartt, and this is one of the older editions of the novel. I was super excited to find it at the thrift store. It's gorgeous. Again, I've heard nothing but amazing things about this novel, about the story it tells. I'm just excited to delve into Donna Tartt's work because I've never read anything by her. I audibly squealed when I saw that they had Agatha Christie's collection of Miss Marple's first book, which is The Murder at the Vicarage, and her last book, Sleeping Murder. I've never read a Miss Marple story, and obviously I'll have to read all the books in between these two. But I thought it was really cool they had this edition, and it's a very old edition. But I just thought it was really cool that it came. I didn't even know it came with this kind of bind up, so this is really awesome. And yeah, I freaked out. I freaking love Agatha Christie. She is one of my favorite authors of all time. I also picked up The Reader by Bernhard Schlink. I really enjoyed the movie, but I've heard the book goes more in depth with the story. It is more graphic, I've heard, but I think it would suit the story more to see those aspects. And it's a pretty short novel, so I'm excited to get into it. I also picked up Triptych by Karen Slaughter because, again, I've heard nothing but amazing things about Karen Slaughter. This is dirt cheap, and I just want to give it a try. And the last book and last pickup is Congo by Michael Crichton. I have no idea what this is about. I'm assuming it's got something to do with a gorilla, but I saw it as Michael Crichton. I've never read a Michael Crichton book. I would love to read Jurassic Park. Haven't yet, but saw this at the thrift store and was like, I'll give it a try. So those are my geeky pickups for July and August. Let me know what you've picked up during the past 2 months in the comment box down below. Like the video if you liked it, share it if you liked it because that helps my channel grow. Also, if you're new here and you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscription button along with the notification bell so you'll always be alerted whenever I upload a new video. And if you'd like to follow me on social media sites, those are all linked down below in the description box. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Peace and kisses. Bye!